Yes. Alrighty. What's up, everybody? It is I, your tribal god of extreme, Peter Joseph here, for a Saturday afternoon video. Right here on the main channel, Killer of Demons 669. And as always, thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video, hit the subscribe button down in my pants, otherwise known as the scratch marks below. So do it now. Because I said so. Don't do it, I'm going to make you do it. So, subscribe to my channels, all the links down below in the gobbledygook. And you can leave a comment on this video or any one of my videos on my respective channels from the past, now, and in the future, Conan. But don't leave stupid comments. You'll get sent to the Shadow Realm, beaten severely, and then Satan and his minions and Ozzy will come out and laugh at you and then eat your soul. So don't do it. Go to your garbage channel and do that shit. Not gonna do it on mine. You don't like it? Tough shit. That's that. Share the video all over the internet. And follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And tap and slap that bell to know all notifications so you don't miss the next one. Because you miss anything, you're SOL. You all know what that means by now. And I don't think I need to tell you. I've been saying it for 17 goddamn years. I don't think I need to let you know what it means. And if you're new here, well, you'll know eventually. And speaking of our newbies out there, if you're here for the first time, well, welcome to the party, pal. We hope you enjoy the ride. Sit back, relax, grab a tasty cold one. We got an orange drink in here. For now, we're gonna pregame. We're pre-gaming before we drink some soda or whatever, you know. Whatever we're gonna be drinking, maybe some water, maybe have a Dunkin' refresher. I don't know. We'll see. But whatever you are gonna be drinking while you watch my videos or watching Night of Champions or the trifecta tomorrow. Put your feet up and enjoy the show. If you like it, great. You don't, well, too bad. That's that. We move on with that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it is the final official weekend of June. Pretty much ending off the first week of summer. Hasn't been that bad. On and off rain, getting some rain later, pretty soon. Not gonna dampen your Saturday. Well, maybe a little bit, but Sunday should be okay. If you're going out Sunday, but next week here in the Northeast, it is going to get hot by July 4th weekend. Little stormy near the July 4th weekend. A couple of thunder boomers late in the day. You know, daytime heating stuff. It's gonna feel like Florida, but near 100. And that's not with the heat index. I can't wait for that. So you want to go to the beach? You can do that because it's hot. So have fun. 4th of July weekend, next weekend, this weekend. If you're going to the beach, be safe, be well. Put some suntan lotion on, all that other good shit. But it's gonna get hot here, so it's gonna really feel like summer, and that's why I love summer. It's hot. Go to the beach. All that other good stuff that comes with summer, of course. And we move on with all that. But today, not going to be a great day to go to the beach because it might rain here in the Northeast. So maybe tomorrow, if not, definitely next weekend. But you got to stay away from the thunder boomers and the heavy rain that might come with it. But, you know, enjoy the hot weather because it's not going to last that long. Probably. But we'll see what happens with that. And we move on. But on this Saturday afternoon, June the 27th, 2026, as we finish off the month of June, and we begin the second half of The Price is Right. Second half of the year on Wednesday, as we begin July. Please have a great day and a great weekend. And that's pretty much it. But we got a lot of wrestling to talk about, ladies and gentlemen, so... But before we get to Night of Champions coming up at the top of the hour, it is time for your really late, so far out of fucking date, WWE Monday Night Raw and Smackdown, as I call it, Weltdown, a final 3-hour show review. Alright, for June 22nd and June 26th, 2026. The go-home shows before Night of Champions coming up, like I said, at the top of the hour. And And to open the show, we got the King of the Ring finals. We got Jey Uso, the G-Man, taking on Oba, who, Femi, the Buddha from Wakanda, pretty much. So that's gonna open the show. I assume Cody, Walter, and Sami Zayn for the WWE title, the Undisputed title. That's gonna close the show. I wish it was Io and Liv. Nope. We gotta cater to Cody. Fuck Cody. And it's this godforsaken pay-per-view. Garbage. We have to cater to Cody. Cody should be opening the show, and this match should be closing the show. Bad booking Hunter. As always, Triple H does not know how to book anymore. Because he's uncreative about being creative. Absolutely. Idiot. So, we move on with that. So that's going to open Night of Champions. Closing will probably be Cody, the triple threat match. But I could be wrong. And we move on. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get into it. Let's not waste any more time. So let's start with Raw, which emanated from the O2 Arena in London. Same thing for SmackDown. And the same commentary team for Raw and SmackDown. Michael Cole and Corey Slave. Alright, no Roman on the show. We're not going to see him at Night of Champions. We will see him most likely Monday, I believe, in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Because that's pretty much the aftermath of Night of Champions as we're on the road to SummerSlam in August. So we got a month build to SummerSlam Night 1 and 2. We'll see who the King and Queen of the Ring are and what titles they go for. And then we'll mix in whatever else is going to happen there too. Alright, so speaking of the King and Queen of the Ring, we open with a video of that and what the tournament, what winning the tournament means. And then we get to, well, one of the guys that could be the King of the Ring, most likely will win the King of the Ring, but then again, you never know. And that's Oba! Femi, who comes out, fans love him, and he loves the fans chanting his name, but he has to move on to Destiny, having his back for so many years. Lady Destiny has been very kind to him over the years, and it's going to continue into Night of Champions. But he's like, who should I go after? Should I go after Cody? Or should I go after Roman? And the fans like, yeah, go after Roman! Marks, you do know Roman will beat Oba. It's not Oba's time yet. Not yet. I say at WrestleMania 43. Not at SummerSlam. I'm just saying. Because I'll make Roman's almost 3-month title reign pretty meaningless. He's only defended it once. I'm just saying. Anyway, so that brings out Jey Uso from the top of the fucking building almost. Takes a long time to get down there. But he finally gets in the ring. He goes up to Oba. And he's like, wait a minute. Wait, Oba, hold on. No, we're not doing that. No, I'm going to run it back anyway. So he runs it back right in Oba's face. Damn. Jay got a death wish doing that. But anyway, he talks about how people are saying, I can't win the King of the Ring, but you know, I overcome mountains. I won the world title. I won the Royal Rumble to get to the world title. I beat Walter, pretty much the unconquerable Walter at the time. And he says, at Night of Champions, I'm winning the crown. Then at SummerSlam, I'm going to be taking Cody's title, we hope. But we get that. So Oba says, well, if you're going to shoot your shot, you know, he's like, that's your warning shot! Bam! I was like, well, if you're going to shoot your shot, you better not miss, because I will destroy you. And the thing is, Jay, you're not the family member that I'm actually worried about, so give your cousin back your bullets. Ooh, Oba! Oh, you're scaring me, Oba. Wakanda's coming after Roman. Like the Yes Boys. Alright. So, they're kind of teasing Oba to go after Roman. You know, still got Brock Lesnar in the background. I don't know if he's going to be at the show tonight. today, which is tonight in Saudi Arabia. I don't know if he's going to be at the show. If he is, I do see him possibly costing Oba the King of the Ring crown, or he just doesn't show up. Oba wins it, then Brock will show up on Monday to beat his ass, and then sets up round 3 of the tree at SummerSlam. Probably be night 1, and then night 2, Oba will face Roman and lose, but we have that. So we'll see what happens with Jay and Oba. Oh, we got that. Alright, then we're going to look back at Jacob Fatu Yamin beating the shit out of that horrible comic Eric Andre last week. You know, Eric Andre like, I'm gonna come for you, Roman! Right. You want another trip to the hospital there, Eric? I advise you to shut up and acknowledge your tribal chief. That's all I gotta say about that. Alright, Adam Pearce is on the phone with I don't know who, probably Hunter. Runs into Eli Drake. That's not an insult. That's a fact of life. Yeah. So Eli thinks that Pearce is on the phone with Roman and the rest of the bloodline so they can give him orders. And then Jimmy Uso comes in, complains about Eli hitting him with a chair last week. So Pearce tries to break all that up. But Eli's like, shut up, Pearce! So Pearce is like, alright, you guys want to fight so bad? How about you go out to that ring and you have a match later on? So Eli's like, that's a terrible idea! That's a terrible idea, Pearce. You know what? It's going to be me and Jimmy anyway. I'm like, okay, Eli, you should have just left and shut up. So Jimmy's like, that's what he just said, you fucking moron! He's like, and Eli's like, I don't care. I don't even listen to this guy anyway. Pearce is like, what? Playing games. Eli Drake playing games with Pearce and the bloodline. Really? Oh, Eli, you dumb fuck. And it is what it is. Now, because a certain other guy that, we all sort of love, or now we hate, but, he's helping Eli now, so Eli's like, oh, I need you, Solo! And then Solo's like, you need me, and Eli's like, I don't need you, but thanks for the offer. What's going on here? Alright, moving on. Alright, then we get to action, because a little less talk and a lot more action on Monday Night Raw and SmackDown. Go to the women's tag team belts. We have the champs Paige in her home country of England, in London specifically. She teams up with Brie Botch Bella, take on Bayley, give me a hug, and Lila Valkyria bitch from Ireland. It was a pretty decent match, but in the end, Lila tries another Fisherman's Buster, but instead of covering that, gets reversed into Rampage by Paige. 1, 2, 3 in 8 minutes. So the champs retain. Decent match, 2.25 out of 5 stars. And then after the match, Lyra is pissed. So Bale's like, it's okay, we'll get him next time. And then Lyra's like, they're hugging and everything, and Lyra, takes Bale, like, you son of a bitch! Fucking cunt! Throws her into the ropes violently. I'm like, oh shit, she turned heel, thankfully. And sick of good girl Lyra. So she's beating the shit out of Bayley, sends her throat first into the other ropes. I'm like, damn, Lyra, calm down. But it had to happen because Lyra was going nowhere. So now she has a semi-feud with Bayley, and then maybe goes after the Intercontinental title. That, what's the women's Intercontinental title now? It's not Becky, by the way. Sol Ruka. She can go after Sol Ruka now, so we'll see what happens with that. She hits Nightwing after that. And then, Jackie Redmond tries to get a word with her, and I was like, argh. Just like mean face, like, get away from me. Okay. Go for it. Alright, get that. Alright, we got Chad Gable. Thank you. Well, he doesn't do that anymore, but I like to do it. Thank you. He comes out, tries to, talks about everything that's been going on as of late, been going crazy. After his loss, and lost his mask in Mexico to El Grande Americano. And he wants to talk to Alpha Academy because he really wants to apologize to them the most. So, Alpha Academy come out, Otis, whatever you want to call it. Otis, Tozawa, and Maxine. They all come out. Gable praises Maxine for winning a singles title, which he's like, I haven't done that yet. He apologized for how he treated her, basically treated her like shit, and it's all his fault. And he says Tozawa is the definition of fighting spirit with the heart of a lion, and he didn't deserve that either. And then Otis, well, you've been my loyal friend for 20 years. I threw all that away because I wanted a chance at singles gold. And then, basically, he's like, I'm sorry. Let's become a team again, and let's go after some titles and all that other stuff. Alright, so he extends his hand. Otis not sure what to do. Well, he goes to shake Gable's hand, and then Maxine is like, hey! No, we're not doing this shit. It's like, you expect me to apologize to you after you treated me like a bitch? And she says, I know Otis and Tozawa have big hearts and want to give him a second chance, but I'm not giving you shit. So, I think, a certain guy named Theory been in her ear and in her pusher. you know that they're fucking. So, Anthony Luke, your marriage is pretty much done. Sorry to tell you. But I digress. So, basically, what you did to us is pretty much inexcusable, and we're not going to apologize. So, we're gonna leave you all alone. So her and Tozawa leave. Otis is still kind of skeptical, and he eventually leaves, and Gable is just standing there, like, with a little sad face. So, he can't get through to them. I think eventually he will, but we'll see what happens with that. We move on. Alright. Dragon Phoenix Lee gets some encouragement from Hey Mysterio Puyaka and Pentagon Zero Miedo. Before his match, coming up with Ego, Ethan Page to the post. Alright, so we get to that match. Wasn't anything... Excuse me. Excuse me. Wasn't anything to write home about. It goes for the style, Dragon Lee goes for a style clash, gets broken up with what looked to be a low blow, even though Corey is like, I didn't see it! Right there. Anyway, and then Ethan hits the Egoplex, 1, 2, 3, in just under 10 minutes. Old Ego gets the win over Dragon Phoenix Lee. I could care less, but that's pretty much it. Alright, then we get a video for The Vision and the Street Profits for the tag team titles in the main event. And we go to the back. Theory's in his wrestling gear. Logan Paul still injured. But he talks about how he's healing faster than any man in history. Okay, you're not John Cena. Stop. And then, Braun Breaker is like off screen, but we do see him. He's trying not to oh yeah, right. He's trying not to break character. But they're ready to retain with Braun ready to crush Seth Rollins in the cage at Night of Champions. So we got that. Alright, then we get a video for the resident surfer girl, Sol Ruka, the Intercontinental Champion, who is a thrill seeker. I think, didn't she jump off a bridge or something like that? Like I know Darby did, because he's a nutcase. I jumped off a bridge for you guys! Now let's do it again! Like, calm down, Darby. Get out of here, you maniac. We got that. Alright, then it's time for my favorite part of the Raw. Do it! Let's do the emo! EO! My third amazingly hot Asian wife. She comes out looking amazing as always, making my dick hard. Oh! It's grateful to be here and gotten to the Queen of the Ring finals. Can't wait to face Liv for the crown. So, trouble! That's me. Cherry lips and say it once, say it twice, and I'll give it to you all night. Bite me. Yeah, you can bite me all night, Liv, because she's a hot Italian like me. But I digress. So Liv comes out, says, I'm gonna win and crush your dreams for good, Io. And then Io's like, well, how could the crown fit on that big head of yours? And then she's like, you know, sorry. She starts writing in Japanese. I didn't know what she said. I was like, shit. That's how she talks to me sometimes. Fuck me in the ass. I'm like, okay. Calm down. We'll go in the bedroom in a minute. Damn. Let me just get ready. Shit. Okay. Calm down. They want it. Shit. Get it done. Then you can shut up. I'll make you shut up. I'm smacking in it. Never mind. Anyway. So, they was cleared out pretty easily. And then he was like, thank you. I hope Io wins today, because if Liv wins, it makes no goddamn sense. So you expect Liv to go to SummerSlam and face Mommy, who's probably not going to be cleared to become a double champion to unify the titles? I doubt it. But then everybody's saying, oh, if Io wins, then she's going to win at SummerSlam, probably. And Liv's reign is meaningless. She hasn't defended the belt since winning it at Mania. She hasn't defended the belt. So how can you say that her reign is great? Fucking marks, man. Roman at least defended the belt once. I know he's not. He's a part-timer. He was there for 8 weeks. And he defended that payback. I'm not payback. Backlash. And you seriously expect Roman to lose to Oba, then his reign is shit? Come on now. Seriously, he beat Jacob, and then he did a couple promos after that. He's gonna see him Monday, most likely. And in the build-up to Saturday Night's main event, and in the build-up to SummerSlam, well, whoever he faces, if it's not Oba, then I'm like, well, who's it gonna be then? I don't know. So if Jay wins, he could face Cody, which is the logical choice for him. But then again, Jake is like, hey, I want your title there, Roman. So we're doing this again from 2020? But then again, if Jay picks Cody, who does Roman face? So somebody's gonna have to step up. Who's gonna be Punk coming back? He's due his obligated rematch, but who wants to see Punk? Punk Roman again at SummerSlam? Nah, everyone. I don't want to see Phil get destroyed again. Then he's out another 6 months. Just retire, Phil. Go home in your apartment in Chicago with your hot wife, AJ Lee, bang the crap out of her, and go do your MMA garbage. Go commentate more MMA than nobody watches. Okay? We don't want to see you again. I certainly don't. But that's it. Alright, so we'll see what happens with Io, and that's it. Alright, the Usos, Jimmy and Jay in the back. Jacob Fatu! He's there, and he interrupts. Jay's like, hey, where have you been all night? Or, why were you on Smackdown? Jacob says, well, I don't need to answer your punk ass, Jay. He really hates Jay. I don't know in real life, but I think storyline-wise, he hates Jay. So it's like, I don't have to answer to you, and you can sit and wait to find out what happens next. And that doesn't really sit too well with the Usos. So, and it only gets worse. And that's all I gotta say about that. That's it. Excuse me. Alright, then the Judgment Day. Pretty much Dominic Guerrero, they say, the Triple R Mega Champion, and JD McDunkfuck, they go into Mr. Danhausen. I will curse you. In his lab, they want their money back after he didn't curse Oba in the semifinal match. So Mr. Daniels is like, well, I already spent $100,000 on all this equipment. So they're like, hey, you don't give us the money back, we're gonna kick your ass. And And then JD's like, I'm gonna take this big piece of equipment that cost him $100,000. So Daniel's like, go ahead. So JD touches it. I'm like, oh no. So actually, well, JD got cursed. Then he gets electrocuted. And then Danhausen just like gone. So I don't get it. Mr. Danhausen is forming a stable called the Shockers. Everybody who gets shocked is going to be in his group now. I don't get it. You got the Miz, Kit, Will, Son, Matt Cardona, now back to Zack Ryder-ish. And now JD McDumbfuck? I mean, who's next? Probably Corey Graves or Michael Cole. I don't know. I mean, just weird. It's funny, but weird at the same time. Where we get that? Alright, then we get to Eat My Drake takes on Jimmy Uso. Good match. They go to the outside. Jimmy beats him up, throws him back in the inside, goes up top for the Superfly Splash, but then Solo comes out of nowhere in a red suit, mind you. Wonder where'd you get that from? Trying to be James Mitchell, fucker. So he hits him with the Samoan Spike, knocks him off the top rope, and then Ida's like, huh? He's like confused, but he grabs, he's on the match is still going on, Eli, so he hits the BFT. 1, 2, 3, Eli beats Jimmy in a upset. I don't think it was an upset. You just had to get Solo to do the dirty work. Yeah, we get that. Move on. Alright, then we go to the back. We're in the medic area. Bailey's getting treatment. Jackie Reynolds trying to get a word with her. Bailey's like, I ain't talking to you. Alright, we get that. Alright, then more ladies. Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez. They're happy for Liv pretty much going to the finals. But they want something out of that. They want their own celebration. So then Dominic Guerrero is saying JD McDumbfuck or JD Shock. JD McShocked. They come in. JD's like, who are you guys? I don't know you guys. So Liv comes in, rants about, did you see what happened to me? That's so unfair. And then Raquel has to put her in her place. Damn. So Liv tries to, it's like, okay, I deserve it. Okay, let's calm down. It's like, okay, Raquel, you're going to go after Sol Ruka for the Intercontinental title, and then we'll worry about JD or Dom getting back the Intercontinental title, and I'm going to win Queen of the Ring, and then beat Mommy Rhea Ripley for the Smackdown title. And then Roxanne's like, what about me? Nothing for you. And you know what that means? You're out. Roxanne is pretty much the odd person out. So then they take JD to the medic area to see if, to fix him. Like, that's gonna work. But we get that. But yeah, Roxanne, I wouldn't be surprised if we see Roxanne Perez, in that match with Io and Liv and cost Liv the Queen of the Ring crown. But you could see that, and Monday they kick Roxanne out on Judgment Day. You could see that, but we move on. Alright. Anna Pierce is in the back. Chad Gable comes up and talks about a match with Pentagon for the Intercontinental title. But Judgment Day comes in, the Judgment Day segment. Dominic Guerrero says, I want to face Pentagon first, but he also wants an apology from Chad Gable. So Gable says, well, Rey Mysterio. Actually, no. So Chad goes, hey, Dom, you sent me down to Mexico in the first place. And I don't just hand out apologies. So if you want an apology, I'm going to beat it out of you. So Dom's like, well, you can face JD McDumbfuck next week. But Pierce is like, well, I want the doc to clear him before I can make that match. So then JD's like, are you the doctor? Then he go to medical. Okay. Alright, so if you want to get the Dom, you have to beat JD McDumbfuck if he's cleared by next week. Well, we'll see. Alright, we got a Night of Champions rundown. Then we get to the main event of Monday Night Raw. For the Raw Tag Team titles, the Street Profits, Angelo Dawkins, and Montez Ford taking on Braun Breaker and Austin Theory. This match was pretty damn good. Not great, but good. Getting to the end, a Steiner Bulldog, of all things, gets into a fall. Dawkins has to make the save. Logan Paul is at ringside, tries to throw in the brass knucks to Austin Theory, but then we hear the music go, say his name, and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. Oh, no! Joe Hendry's back from injury, obscurity, and he shows up from underneath the ring, and he goes after Logan Paul. Theory gets the knocks, but then Seth freaking Rollins comes out and uses the knocks to knock out Theory, and then Braun Breaker gives chase as Seth goes into the crowd, goes up the barricade. You know, Breaker jumped the barricade. I don't think he really made it. You know, it was impressive. It was scary impressive. Like, holy shit! He just like zoom. Anyway, and then Montez hits the from the heavens frog splash. 1, 2, 3. We have new Raw Tag Team Champions. Finally, they win the titles. So Montez and Angelo, I believe they are 4-time tag team champions. I could be wrong on that, but they finally win the Raw Tag Team titles from the Vision, and the Vision pretty much done. That's what I think, and that's that. Under 20 minutes to end the show, and that's that. And then that's it for Monday Night Raw. So it wasn't a bad show. So I'm going to give it a standard 7 out of 10 stars, and that's it. Alright, now I'm going to get to SmackDown from last night, even though it was taped on Tuesday from London. And I want to get this done quickly because I have to do the predictions for Night of Champions. I meant to do it last night, but I fell asleep. So, my bad. And of course, my notes don't load when I want them to. This hydration break is brought to you by Mio Tangerine Orange. Tastes good. Alright, move on with that. Alright, but, alright, so SmackDown was actually decent. It ended really wild with Sammy and Cody and Jay. Oba comes out. I mean, it was a wild ending. But let's talk about some of the highlights, if you will, from there. Alright, so once again, Michael Cole and Corey Graves at ringside at the O2 Arena. So we got a recap of last week's world title situation with Cody, Sammy, and Walter being official for a triple threat match. Then we saw it with Trick Willie, Shawn, and Little Yachty. The United States Champion comes out, says, I'm sorry for missing last week, but because I was in Jamaica getting married to my girl, Lash Legend, done. And now I'm officially married, and I whooped that Trick. Like, damn. Like, everybody's getting married and go on live TV, and he says, I smashed her up in that hotel room. Right, Will Ocean Spray, the Alex Windsor. Pays to be married and, whoop that ass that wedding night. All night. Shit. So he's like, it was the greatest night of my life, I bet. He's going into Night of Champions to retain his belt over Absolute Ricky Starks. He comes out, Trick threatens him with his bitch slap hand. Ricky's not impressed, Skywalker, not impressed. Says Trick is overlooking him, and you're looking at the new U.S. champ. Trick says, the only person you need to be focusing on is your dentist after I knock your teeth down your throat. So Ricky gets annoyed. It's like, what is he doing here? What? He's like, if I win a title, does Yachty come with me? So then Yachty gets in a cheap shot. He gets in a cheap shot to Yachty, and then pretty much drops Trick after that. Then he leaves. So we get that. I think Trick will easily retain. Easily. I still think we're going to get Trick and Mello at SummerSlam, probably night 1 or night 2 for the U.S. title. We get that. We move on. Alright, then Miss Bliss, Alexa Bliss, wants to get revenge for Charlotte after what happened last week where the baddies injured her leg, and that's how Liv beat her in the semifinals of the Queen of the Ring tournament. So, even if it means me teaming up with the Women's U.S. Champion, Tiffany Stratton, who comes in, it's Tiffy time! Daddy! What? You see me on Smackdown? Yes. Did you good? Yes. Even though you got your butt kicked, but I still love you. Okay, Daddy. I can get ready for my match with Jade. Are you gonna watch? Yeah, yes. I hope you do. Good luck, sunshine. Good luck. Okay, Daddy. I gotta go. Okay. So we got that. So Jade and Tiffy for the U.S. title, and I don't like Tiffy's chances. So sorry. All right. So Tiffy comes in, says this is a one-night thing, and then after that, I want to be left alone. Okay. So we go to the match. Tiffy and Lexi taking on Mia Yim and B-Fab. It was a okay match. Jade Cargill comes out, breaks up the moonsault by the prettiest moonsault ever by Tiffy. Then a spinning X Factor, interesting, by B-Fab, gets the win. And then after the match, they surround Tiffy, and then Chelsea Green, Madam President, she comes out with a kendo stick. Chases the baddies off, and then sends Jade pretty much to the outside anyway. And that's it. And then later we get Chelsea and Jade in a meaningless match. We get that. All right, then we're gonna look at Solo Milwaukee costing Jimmy Uso on Raw. That leads to Solo bragging about taking Jimmy out, but then Tama Tonga, the resident gremlin, yeah. Him and Coolio, big man, they come in and say that Solo, you're obsessed with Roman, you are. Solo's like, no, I don't even give a shit about Roman. Lie. So it's like, we can't hang. We're out. So bye-bye to the MFTs. They split up. And then Solo's pretty much ranting about how no one leaves him. It's like, nobody leaves Solo. Well, everybody left you. Now you know how Roman kind of felt when everybody left Roman. Sammy, he turned on him. The Usos eventually turned on him and he left. Then he was just by himself. Solo left him. Now you know how it feels there, Solo. So don't come crawling back to Roman. I don't even know where Roman wants you in the family anymore. And Zila is about to sign a deal with WWE. I don't know if he's going to start at NXT. I think he will, but we could see Zila maybe doubtful tonight, but maybe at SummerSlam. Now, does he help Solo? Does he join up with Roman, which I've been saying for like 3 years? The same thing with Jacob. It took him like 2 years to get Jacob in. Now, Zila's pretty much signed. I assume he's going to be with Roman. And they got Lance Anoy. I don't know where he is. I thought he did sign with WWE. He was supposed to start with NXT. I don't know what happened there. So Lance is somewhere on the outside. I assume he's going to be in the whole Bloodline picture. And then you got the guy that looks like Yokozuna's cousin, or looks like Yokozuna. He's supposed to be coming into the Bloodline. And then their kids are starting to fight. I think it was, Tatanka, well, he's not Samoan, but Tatanka's kids are getting into wrestling. I'm not saying Tatanka's part of the Bloodline, I'm just saying Tatanka. Tatanka! You know. Or as I call him, Indian Rock. But we move on with that. So we'll see what happens with Solo. We do hear from him later on. That's that. Alright. Jade Cargill demands a match with Chelsea Green. Nick Aldis grants her the match. We get that. Alright, then we go back to the ring for the Triple A Cruiserweight title. We have Dragon Ray Phoenix taking on Ben Frazier of Fraxium. This was a pretty fun match. But in the end, and A-Kid at ringside. Ben Frazier's middle rope reverse Spanish fly, which I thought was nice. Joel Maximo actually liked that. That gets a near fall. Then he kicks Phoenix to the floor for running flippy dibbity-doo. And then he tries for another one. That gets cut off. And then Rey Fenix hits the Mexican Muscle Buster. 1, 2, 3 to retain the Triple A Cruiserweight title in under 11 minutes. Good match. And then afterwards, sportsmanship. Yay! Code of honor. You love to see it. You rarely see it in the WWE, but when you do see it, it's pretty damn good. Moving on. Alright, going to the back. We have the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, Poppy Priest and R-Fool, Dark Truth. They don't see things the same way on rebuilding the Judgment Day Clubhouse. And then War Machine, Eric and Ivar come in, the Triple A Tag Team Champions, say, hey, how about we have a winner-take-all title match next week? So Q's like, what do you mean I can't be in the Judgment Day? What are you talking about? He's all confused, and then Poppy Priest's like, shut up! Go over there, go in the corner, go over there. So, looks like next week we got a winners take all match. So the winner of the match basically gets 4 titles. So you got the Triple A Tag Team titles and the SmackDown Tag Team titles. So I think War Machine will become the new SmackDown Tag Team Champions, and they can break up the Dark Truth, get them out. Get them out of there. Let Poppy go back into the world title picture, maybe go for the US title again. Just get him away from R-Truth. I'm getting sick of it. You know, it worked for about a month or two, and then I'm like, it's getting boring. That's pretty much it. Alright, Eli Drake. That's not an insult. That's a fact of life. Yeah, he comes in, and I think a Bentley or Mercedes, nice. Stealing my gimmick, by the way, you fucker. We're driving in on a Mercedes. That's my gimmick! Stop it! I'm gonna sue you for gimmick infringement. No, I'm not. Anyway, he comes into the building, and he goes right to the ring, but Kathy Kelly stops him. And he's like, hey, aren't you supposed to be on Raw, Kathy Kelly? Fair question. What are you doing here? Oh, you got Byron there. Byron can just stay on SmackDown. And really, Kathy Kelly should be fired for what she did to Kevin Owens and his family. Fuck that bitch. But, I mean, she has autism. Okay, I'll give her that. I know she's playing a sympathy card, but, you know, you don't do what you did to Kevin Owens and his family. I don't condone that stuff. I think it was wrong for her to do it, and I don't even think she did apologize. She took the tweet down. That don't matter. That doesn't matter. You still said it. And whether you do apologize to Kevin Owens and his hot wife Olivia and Owen and the daughter, I mean, whether they accept the apology or not, I mean, move on. I think the IWC should move on from this crazy situation, but they don't, because the IWC don't move on at all. That's in general, even on YouTube, people stalking people and messing with their lives for like 8, 9, 10, 12, 15 years. It's insane. Don't you fucking people got a job and a life? You don't see me stalking anybody. People claim I do, and I don't. I have better things to do. I'm not on YouTube 24/7, 365. I got better things to fucking worry about. Like my life, my health, the woman, of course. You know, my overall health. And I do go out. I'm going out tonight. So, how can you say I'm on YouTube 24/7, 365? But you're in our fucking chat when you're out, you're out. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. If I have a moment, I'll look at YouTube, but I'm not gonna comment or any shit like that. Or if I'm out while Issa's doing a SmackDown review or whatever, or pay-per-view watch along, I might chime in and say, hey, I'm at the bar, I'm at this concert or whatever. I'm at GCW, I'm at IPW, whatever I'm at. I'll chime in here and there, but not always. I was like, hey, I'm watching the match. I'm focused on the match. I'm not focused on how Issa looks, you know. But if you want to claim that, go ahead, knock yourself out. But to say I'm on YouTube 24/7, 365 is a joke. And a bigger joke is you people having such super obsession with me. You're on my dick 24/7, 365. More than your girlfriend and your mom's dick. Your moms are on my dick. I'm just saying. So, get a life. Go to your job. Go do something else. Just don't worry what I do in my personal life away from YouTube. Okay? Because I don't give two fucks what you do in your personal life. Go smoke some weed. Go vape. I don't give a fuck. Get drunk. I don't care. Go do your boring live streams. I don't care. Go do that. Obsess over me for the next 5, 10, 15 years, because it ain't gonna get you anywhere. Except maybe the slammer, but that's your life. You want to be 20, 30-year-old dorks with no direction? When you hit my age, I guarantee you're gonna look back at the last 10, 15, maybe 20 years of your life and like, oh, where did I go on YouTube? Nowhere. Where did it get me? The slammer. Or nowhere. I don't care. I've been here for 17 years. I don't care. This is just a hobby for me. And I'll be here for the next 5, 10, maybe 15 years. I'm not going to be on YouTube forever. I'm not even be on YouTube going into my 50s. I'm going to be 50 in December. I'm going to probably go for another couple more years, but probably when I hit 55, maybe 60, I'm retired. I'm done. I'll be like Jeff the Iceman. He's gone from YouTube, but, once in a while he'll pop up on Facebook and do a short video. I might do something like that. I'm not going to be on YouTube when I'm 60. I mean, I got to worry about, my, retirement, being with the missus on the beach somewhere, I'm not going to be here, but, in Casa del Joseph, be gone in the next 5, 10, 15 years. But, then I'll be retired, collecting my retirement money, and then watching Raw on the rich man's dish, and just enjoying life. I'm going to be enjoying my life until, God says, hey, come up. I'm not ready yet. But, sometimes God says, hey, your time is up. I need you now. I'm like, no, I don't want to go now. I got things to do. I got so much to do. That's why you can't take life for granted. We don't have that thing on our head. We know that Nickelback countdown clock. We don't have it. I wish we did, but we don't. We don't have Dragon Balls to resurrect us if we pass away. Imagine we had Dragon Balls, we could resurrect everybody. What do you mean you won't resurrect me? You shut the fuck up. Rosa being weird again. Go do something. Now, I got 90 Champions coming up in 10 minutes, so gonna get lunch ready soon anyway. Then we gotta go out. We're going to boogie. You're gonna boogie. Okay, I'll boogie, you do whatever. Crazy. Anyway, moving on. Alright, so we got that. So Eli comes out, says, I don't need an explanation of what happened with Solo. But then Solo comes out, and fans like, oh, Solo Sokoa! I'm like, oh, you fucking marks, getting on his back now. Oh. So he's like, oh, that's kind of catchy. And then Solo's like, my entire family has left me. Eli's not impressed with that, as the MFTs were pretty much useless to him. And Eli doesn't know what happened on Raw, but maybe it was a Roman Reigns initiation. So Solo's like, I don't need Roman! I hate Roman! I hate the bloodline! And we have that in common. So the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So Eli says, we should both hate Roman just like everyone else in the bloodline. But they've all gone back to the bloodline, so why should I trust you, Solo? What's so different this time around? And he's like, the difference is, Solo, you have nothing to lose. And we can watch each other's backs. Actually, Solo says, I got nothing to lose. We can watch each other's backs. And then Eli's like, well, I heard it's just me, Oos. I heard that before. And he's like, I might need help. You think you do. I think you do, Eli. But he's going to live and die doing things his own way. And he's like, thanks, but no thanks. Kind of like how Montez says, hey, Seth Rollins, I don't need your help. Okay, we need your help now. And we're all friends now. So, I don't understand how this, like, okay, we're not going to be friends, and then we're friends now. The whole circle. Everything comes full circle. Now we're friends again. So, are Eli and Solo going to be teaming up? Like, Solo's going to have a new MFTs or some shit? Or going to have a different name? He's going to have, like, Royce Keys and Eli in the group? I don't know, and I don't like it. But, I mean, we'll see what happens with that. Alright, then we get to the Gingerbread Man, Sami Zayn. Talks about how nobody listens to him. Well, nobody wants to listen to you anyway, there's Sammy. Save for Johnny Plankano. But now he wants to redeem himself by winning the WWE Undisputed title. Probably will not win it, but we get that. And no innocent water bottles were harmed during that segment. Thank the Lord. Got to save those water bottles. The families. That's pretty much it. Alright, then we get to Paige and JC Jane with the rest of Fatal Influence, Fallon Don Henley, and the beautiful Lainey Reed. Paige, once again, in her hometown of London. It was a pretty good match. Pretty much Lainey and, well, she does try to get involved near the end of the match. Paige takes her out. Fallon Henley didn't really do much. Just stood there looking pretty. And so Paige takes her out. Then a fruit roll-up on JC Jane. 1, 2, 3. As Brie Bella cuts off, I think Fallon. Because I think she tried to cheat. Brie cut that off. And then Lainey tried to get involved. Paige took her out. And then I thought JC was going to hit that rolling elbow. Or the what was it called? The rolling encore. Didn't. And Paige pinned her. Alright. So 2 big wins in London for Paige. Obviously, they're not gonna do, oh, we're doing our hometown, we're gonna make you lose. Oh, wait, that's AEW. Even though it was happened before in WWE. Remember when Sasha Banks came back to Boston and lost? That was a slap in her face. Same thing with JR. Every time they go to Oklahoma, he gets embarrassed, knocked down, busted wide open, or gets his arm broken. Remember when Triple H broke his arm right in front of Stone Cold? You're like, wait, boom! I'm like, oh shit! Like his shoulders are like, bleh. And JR is like screams like, ah! Back down! Back down! Oh my shoulder! Back down! Ah! And I'm thinking, hey JR, all you have to do is put some barbecue sauce on it, you'll be fine. Back down! That barbecue sauce is amazing! Big ups to JR. He's getting better. He's out of the hospital, thankfully. After that, another scary fall. But, he's out of the hospital. 74 years old. God bless that man. God bless JR. We can't lose him yet. But, he's been having fall after fall after fall. So, I'm hoping he doesn't fall again, and this time it's more serious. We can't lose JR yet. We said that about Ozzy. Ozzy passed away last year. Almost getting close. About 3 weeks from now, it will be 1 year since Ozzy and the Hulkster Hulk Hogan passed away, and Uncle Jamal Warner. Pretty much the same week. It was Monday, the 20, I think it was the 22nd, Malcolm Jamal Warner died. The 23rd, that Tuesday, Ozzy passed away. And then the 24th, Hogan passed away. It was like back to back to back. You know how death comes in threes? Boom, boom, boom. We got it this week. We got 2 so far. Clyde Davis passed away. And then yesterday, Joe Doring passed away from TNA. We might get something today, tomorrow, who knows? I'm hoping nothing big But, we lost Peebo Bryson about a week or 2 ago. Not really in threes, but, So 3 people died pretty much this month that are kind of big names. Clyde Davis being the bigger name. Peebo Bryson, not that big, but, he did the whole Aladdin songs and stuff like that. And, Joe Doring, You know, last time we saw him was in TNA and Violent by Design, and then we found out he had brain cancer. They took 2 tumors out, he got a 3rd one, and that was pretty much it. So, sad to hear Joe Doring passed away. I did a video on my Metal Guy channel yesterday about it. Check it out. That's pretty much it. Alright, so Paige beats JC Jane, and that's pretty much it. Alright, Mr. Danhausen! He continues his experiments on The Miz and Kit Wilson, and then Matt freaking Cardona comes in. He's happy with the Knicks winning, but I think he said, I want my watch back. But Danhausen kind of steps away, and then Los Lobos, Angel Garza, and Humberto Carrillo, they come in and say, hey, where's Mr. Danhausen? Cardona's like, get lost! And then we see Mr. Danhausen come back, talks to Cardona not to touch whatever's under the sheet. We still don't know what's under there. It's been almost a month. We don't know who or what that is. Could it be Braun Strowman? Could it be Omos? I don't know. I don't think we'll ever know. So we got that. Alright, then Finn Balor runs into Hikuleo and Tama Tonga, and we all know Finn and Tama Tonga, they have a history together. Tsutsumi, for the love of God. So Tama says, we have a past, but I also have one with Shinsuke Nakamura, and look how that went. That went nowhere. So then they leave the arena. I don't know what's going to happen there with Finn and Hikuleo and Tama. Maybe they bring in Shinsuke and every form of faction. I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. Alright, then Mr. Danhausen and the Shockers, Miz and Kit Wilson, basically catatonic almost. They come out, and Danhausen greets the fans, calls the two of them the Legion of Danhausen. Wow. Oh boy. Just because the Legion of Doom has now passed away, we have to use that in a mini reference. Come on now. By the way, if you haven't seen the biography of the Legion of Doom that just happened on A&E, please watch it. It's very, very, very good and a little bit like the Von Erich story. That was a little tear-jerking, but it is what it is. Alright, so then we do the zombified catchphrases. Toxic! Awesome! What do you mean he's awesome? He's not awesome as me! Okay, Mike, we know. If I was alive today, I'd go down there and kick his ass! Yeah, but... you're dead. Yeah, I know, I got this goddamn handle, I can't get it off! Can you help me get it off, Mr. Joseph? I wish I could. I can't. Eddie's been asking me the same thing. I can't get it off. It's permanent. We don't have Dragon Balls to resurrect you. I can't call on Omega Shenron, I want this thing on my hand. I want to come back and be awesome again. Well, you're going to have to wait. How long I got to wait? I don't know. 500 more years. I don't know. I don't want to wait that long. That's the way the world works and heaven works then, Mike. I can't help you. I just can't talk to God and say, hey, can you bring back Mike Awesome now? I can't do it, Mike. I'm sorry. Nah, it's okay. I know you tried hard, and I miss you so much, Mr. Joseph. I know I miss you too, Mike. I miss you more than Jerome. Motherfucker. What? Go over there. Put that sight up your ass if you don't stop. Yeah, get away from him. Okay, stop. Calm down. Can you? Thank you. Anyway, you want to say goodbye? Bye! Okay. Sorry. Anyway. Alright, so they come out, and then Los Lobos, they come out, they jump The Miz and Kit Wilson, but then Matt fucking Cardona comes out. I'm like, we get a tag team match, and Nick Aldis does his job, thinks he's Teddy Long. He's like, hey, we got a one-on-one match. We got a tag team match, player. And if you don't like that, you're going to go one-on-one with The Undertaker. Alright, so we get this kind of match, 4.5 minute match. Miz and freaking Kit Wilson are on the outside looking like comatose zombies. Like, toxic, toxic, toxic. It's weird. And the fans are like eating it up, like, they're great. So anyway, so basically, Mr. Danhausen didn't come in until late, near the end of the match. Then Los Lobos start beating him up. And then a kick to the head puts Danhausen down. Humberto Carrillo goes up top. I think he was looking for a moonsault or something. And then Mr. Danhausen thinks he's a fucking Undertaker, rises up, and he says, "You are cursed!" And then what happened? Remember when Kit Wilson was on the top rope and the freaking pyro went off? That's what happened. Berto gets taken off the top rope. Looks like he almost got blinded almost. And then a reverse DDT gives Mr. Danhausen the win, and he's still undefeated. Actually, no, he's not undefeated because he lost to The Miz on SmackDown at one time. So Danhausen and Mac fucking going on to get the win, and they're like, "Yay!" And then everybody's happy. The Shockers get the win. Wow! I didn't care. Alright, we're in the back. Walter, not pleased with Sami Zayn, saying the Night of Champions match is about Sami's redemption. And there's a question about, his win-loss record against Cody. That makes it even worse. He's like, "I'm going to go deal with Sami right here, right now." Okay, I think he was talking to Byron. And that's pretty much it. Moving on. Alright, then we get a video for Liv and Io for the Queen of the Ring Finals. We get that. By the way, the pay-per-view has just started. I'm going to join in a little bit. Alright, then we get the Chelsea Green Madam President taking on Jade Cargill. Not so good night for Miss Chelsea Green. Gets hit with Jaded. In pretty much 6 minutes, Jade looked bored. Okay, like, "I'm going to win this match, blah." So I get the match. She gets the win, and after B-Fab and Mia Yim, they come in. 3-on-1 beatdown, and then Tiffy and Alexa Bliss, they come in for the save. But Tiffy gets hit with Jaded for her trouble. "Thanks a lot, girls!" She's going to lose that belt today. And I'm like, well. But then it leads to Charlotte coming back at SummerSlam and beating Jade for the United States title. Not a belt that Charlotte never held, and she's finally going to get that belt. And it means Jade's going to hold the title for like a little over a month. Shows you how much the women's U.S. title means to anybody. Going around like a hot potato, pretty much. And that's it. All right. Solo's asked about being alone. Royce Keys comes up and tells him, "Hey, good luck with that." Then he leaves. So nothing's going to happen there. And then we get a video for Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins inside the steel cage. We get that. They're both ready to break each other in half. Then we get a Night of Champions rundown. And then we're in the back. I don't know what that was. They're in the back. Little Yachty and Trick are ticked off at Ricky Starks. And they want revenge. Trick says, "I'm prettier than Ricky anyway." Okay, that's true. We'll move on. Alright, then we get to Julia, my 6th amazingly hot Asian wife, taking on Kiana James, resident accountant. Decent match, but Julia gets the win with a wicked Northern Lights bomb. Kind of looked like a Michigan driver into a brainbuster. I think Kiana took that a little bit wrong, but still, Julia gets the win in her birthplace, basically. She was born in London, though she has Italian and Japanese in her, so get that, but okay. Moving on. Alright, so Julia gets the win. What happens to her, I don't know. But anyway, she goes into a feud with the lovely Blake Monroe. Oh my. Who finally makes her actual debut last night. So she came right before Veer. She came faster than Veer. I know it was bad. I know. Sorry. Sorry about that. Moving on. That's that. Alright, then we get to the final segment. Cody! Cody, you bitch! That missionary man, Cody, comes out for a chat. Sammy comes out after. Thanks to fans for being so loyal to him. He's sorry for what happened last week. And he's like, "I'm the last good guy around here." He says, "Cody, I'm sorry about hitting you last week with a belt." Cody's like, "Oh, that was a mistake?" Right, sure. So Sammy goes on about how this isn't how he wanted things to go. Cody doesn't buy all that BS. So Cody's like, basically, you're getting a title shot in your home country where everybody loves you, and the reality is, Sammy, you're exhausting. You know, you keep trying to take things. You know, like everything's supposed to be given to you. And then he says something really bad that pissed Sammy off. He's like, if Kevin Owens was here, he was like, I wish Kevin Owens was here because at least KO would stab me in the front instead of in the back like you did. And at least Kevin Owens was a WWE champion. No, that was Universal champion. Totally different than Cody. Do your history, you fuck. So Sammy's like, don't you ever mention his name again. Steam Generico reference. So that means Kevin Owens is probably coming back real soon. Maybe at SummerSlam, but we'll see. So, blah, blah, blah. And then Walter comes out and says, if it wasn't for you, Sammy, I would be WWE champion by now. Sammy, you're not a threat to me as a wrestler. And Cody, you need to enjoy the last night of being champ because I'm going to take your belt. And then Jay Uso, he comes out, so the parade of people talking starts. And then Jay's like, hey, I made you tap out at WrestleMania, and I'm going to, if it happens again, if you win, I'm going to do it again. Then a big old brawl ensues. Walter and Sammy are cleared out, and then Cody and Jay square off, and then Femi, he comes out. I'm like, oh, this segment's getting better and better. He comes out, and Walter and Sammy get back in the ring, but then they get taken out again, leaving Cody and Oba for a nice little stare down to end the show, even though Jay super kicked Cody. Interesting. And then Oba and Cody, could that be the main event of night 1 or night 2? I'd rather go have Oba face Cody, win the belt from Cody. You know, Oba would go to SmackDown, Roman will stay on Raw. I'd rather have Oba on SmackDown, be honest with you, but, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. I mean, a lot of people's like, we don't want Jay and Cody because it'll be a boring match. I think it'll be actually a pretty decent match. But, I mean, we'll see. Jay is the favorite to win, though we don't play favorites. So, and neither does WWE. It's like, oh, this guy gonna be the favorite to win, and then next thing, swerve, bro. We get that. Alright, that ends SmackDown, and SmackDown I also gave 7 out of 10 stars, so both shows 7 out of 10 stars, and that's it. Alright, we're gonna get into Night of Champions, gonna do my predictions, even though the paper's going on right now, but we'll get them up anyway, and then we'll talk about Night of Champions later on tonight, maybe with your AEW review, we'll do an AEW review. We'll talk about TNA Ring of Honor tomorrow before we get to TNA Slammiversary predictions and the NXT. All those predictions will be coming tomorrow, so I got a lot to talk about today into tomorrow. So please hit that bell if you haven't hit it already, and that's it. Until next time, my friends. Both shows, once again, 7 out of 10 stars, and that's it. Stay tuned for your Night of Champions predictions on episode 117 of the Shadow Slayer 2.0 series, and that's it. Thanks for watching. Until next time, peace.